Welcome back to The Express at Bear Creek Gardens in Surrey. You know, green isn't just for gardens on the ground. A BCIT researcher has started a new company that can bring green roofs and green walls anywhere you want them.
Nicholas Rousseau came from France to Vancouver to study green roofs and find ways to incorporate living gardens into the city's architecture.
Green roofs are great because they are going to have a great impact on air quality. They are going to be good for biodiversity in our urban environment. They are good to save energy. They have a very good aesthetic visual.
Oh, wow.
So we have got two different green roofs, with one with 3 inches of soil and one with 6 inches of soil, and we compare the plants.
When it comes to green roofs, Nicholas says you want plants that are drought and heat resistant.
Most of the time we use like succulents. So these are plants that will resist very well under these very difficult conditions. And during the winter or during the summer, when the conditions are very, very difficult, they are going to be a little bit stressed and become a little bit brown or orange or red. But most of the time then when it rains, they become green again.
And if you want green all the time, Nicholas has developed what he calls a living frame with his company, Urban Foliage.
The plants are growing inside it, so it's 5 inches deep, and the roots are developing inside the system. Then if you want to water it, to take care of it, you just pour water on top of it, it's open. So twice a month, you pour a little bit of water, it's going, with gravity, it's going to go down. And then at the bottom of it, behind the frame, you have a water tank. So it's a small indoor living wall, self-sufficient living wall. You can have in your home and move it around and something very convenient, so with low maintenance.
Nicholas plans to continue to spread the gospel of greenery and help people incorporate living roofs and living walls into their homes and businesses.
I think it's very important to bring green inside our lives, because green has a very huge impact on people, like on our physiology, psychology and everything. It's going to improve our happiness, wellness, even the productivity at work. So green is very, very important in our lives. So it's why I'm trying to bring, with new technologies, new products, bring this green inside our lives.
In Vancouver, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
If you'd like to learn more about Nicholas's living frames or find out about having a green roof over your home or office building, you can go to the website urbanfoliage.com and you can book a free consultation. Now we have more of the good green with this next story. We're visiting a stand of ancient trees near Port Renfrew on the south end of Vancouver Island. It's been dubbed Avatar Grove, and it's becoming the newest tourist attraction in the region.
Big Summer is brought to you by Cultus Lake Water Park, BC's #1 water park. With its twisted, contorted, and downright bizarre bulge, one of Canada's craziest looking trees is drawing quite a crowd.
It's pretty incredible, pretty gnarly, like it.
They're flocking in from nearby towns and from all over the world. These giant, ancient, and beautiful trees has everyone in awe.
I think it's fabulous that we have trees that size. We should have more.
Many of these trees, red cedar, Douglas fir, and Sitka spruce, are at least 500 years old. They stand 200 feet in the air and 40 feet across. They're part of a stand of old-growth trees in Port Renfrew.
It's spectacular. I mean, I've been to a lot of old-growth forests, but this one really is something unique. You have giant, giant red cedars, but not just big trees, trees of strange shapes. The cedars here have these really funky burls on them.
You've likely heard about these beautiful giants. A name like Avatar Grove is not something you can easily shake from your memory. And that's the point. Mind-blowing trees easily accessible to the public.
How can you not love a place like this? It's truly West Coast flavor. It's easy to get to, and it's a new spot. People may have been to Cathedral Grove or to Fino, but this is a new place on the map to come visit. It's been nicknamed Canada's gnarliest tree.
The 50-hectare grove was discovered nearly 2 years ago when TJ Watt was looking for mega trees to use as a backdrop to get people talking about protecting the island's old-growth forests. That was in late 2009, and today people are flocking in from places like China and Switzerland to see what the buzz is all about.
In just a year and a half, thousands people visiting, hundreds of media articles, including international news coverage through Al Jazeera. So it's been quite the ride.
And as word about Avatar Grove gets out, the Port Renfrew Chamber of Commerce says more and more people see it as the town's main attraction.
About 95% of them want to come out to go to Botanical Beach, and now that's sort of shifting a little bit. So 50% of them are coming out for Avatar Grove, and they're going to Botanical Beach as a second.
Cash says thanks to a lot of international press, the phones are ringing off the hook. And as the Grove becomes more and more popular, Cash says Little Port Renfrew is starting to test the waters as an ecotourism town.
There's not that many people employed in the logging industry anymore, and I think a lot of them had their doubts about turning into an eco-tourist town. But with the Botanical Beach and the West Coast Trail, Wanda Fuka Trail, and then this right behind it, it's making a big difference in people's minds here.
Just down the road from the town's tourist information center, the owner of Big Fish Lodge says business is really starting to take off. It's even impacting areas outside of Port Renfrew.
We're doing the loop now that that road to Lake Cowichan is all paved. They start in Victoria, come off the ferry from Tsawwassen up to Port Renfrew, Avatar Grove, up through to see the Harris Creek spruce tree, in through Yubo, up the back way to Bamfield into Cathedral Grove, and then back down, you know, and take the back to Horseshoe Bay to Whistler.
As you can tell, they've got big ideas for these big old trees. And if the Ancient Forest Alliance gets its way, someday this area will be preserved as a provincial park. For Big Summer, I'm Nikki Ewansyshyn.
Big Summer is brought to you by Cultus Lake Water Park, BC's #1 water park.
Avatar Grove, just beautiful. You're watching The Express, and we have more of the beautiful in BC coming up.
After the break, the ancient Indian art of threading. The photography of Jasna Stonovic. The Express, we are your local voice.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by the Lounge Hair Studio, loungehairstudio.com.
We are kids. Wish kids.
10,000 kids.
We are brave.
We are strong.
We are fighters.
Some days are good. Some days are bad.
Some of us make it.
Some of us don't.
My wish will make me strong.
The Children's Wish Foundation of Canada.
Does a wish make a difference?
You bet.
You bet.
Imagine the difference a wish can make.
Only 2 more needles till my wish.
Please give today.
Welcome back to The Express at Bear Creek Gardens in Surrey. Now, this park is a popular spot for weddings. They actually have a chapel here in the garden. But today on our Wedding Bells segment, the girls aren't worried so much about where they're getting married, but more about how they're going to look at the time.
Carrots Wedding Bells is brought to you by Carrots, online at carrots.com.
It's been said, a man falls in love through his eyes. And Sarah wants hers looking their best on the big day. So, our bride took her spa-reluctant bridesmaid on a day of eye beautification. We are brow obsessed. First off, Bombay Brow Bar. Okay, why are brows so important anyway?
When your brows are looking perfect, they're symmetrical, everything on your face falls together.
Brows are more important than I thought, and Ravi and Amy do it all.
So we can wax, thread, or tweeze your brows.
We were going with threading, and Sarah was a straight A student.
I am getting a hair brow tint, and I even brought my Bombay brow card from last time that tells me what I need to do.
I was a little apprehensive. I like them thick. I hate skinny eyebrows. I hate skinny eyebrows. I mean, it's not like I have a unibrow.
We actually use a white pencil to mark your brows out and let you know exactly where we're removing it.
My Indian friend told me I can make anything sound Indian if I wiggle my head.
Sarah was becoming a Bollywood princess.
I got my Bollywood going on.
I'm getting threaded. Do I have a fuzzy head?
Not bad.
Back in apprehensive land.
You look scared.
I am.
How does that feel?
It doesn't hurt, but it's like a bug bite.
Look at how perfect my eyebrows look.
We just figured out why my hair doesn't grow there. I have a scar from an incident with a champagne glass.
And then the massage. Et voila! Little eyebrow lifting contest.
I'm in, I'm sold. This was amazing.
I always tell her, she never believes me.
And these Bollywood princesses even got parting gifts. Our next stop, Noir Lash Lounge. Our bride was getting a full set of lashes.
Wait for the transformation.
Owner Joyce Poon let us know of all the services.
We have lash extensions, which are our main service offering. We have strip lashes, which we call our one-night stands. And we also have lash dip, which is a semi-permanent mascara.
It takes a steady hand and patience.
So Aubrey cannot do this job.
Her hands are like steady like surgeons. Eyelash extensions take about an hour. While Sarah got hers, I kept myself busy.
Look at my eyelashes. I told her I wanted this. I want to be blink, 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 and I am.
And once mine were filled, they offered us extra strips, also known as one-night stands, or...
I've got K Kardashian eyelashes.
Kim K, get it right.
All in all, Sarah was turning me into a girly girl because she believes...
You realize the importance of being your best, Aubrey.
Okay, maybe so, but these extra lashes were pushing me to my girly limit.
This one looks fake, which is a statement, which is a Kim K statement.
The important thing was Sarah had perfect brows and lashes to frame her loved-filled eyes come the big day. For Shot TV, we're the Wedding Bells.
Carrots Wedding Bells has been brought to you by Carrots, online at carrots.com.
You're watching The Express, and it's time for our Cultus Lake Big Summer Spotlight on local events. Celebrating its 22nd season in 2011, Bard on the Beach is one of Canada's largest professional Shakespeare festivals. The Vancouver Kidney Walk aims to raise $40,000 for the Kidney Foundation's programs and will include a 2.5K walk and a 5K fun run. The Robson Square Artisan Market is open under the dome at Robson Square. You'll find artisan vendors with handmade goods, live local musicians, and more. And that's it for today's Express from the gardens of Bear Creek Park in Surrey. We're going to leave you with a look at the art scene through the lens of a local artist, and we'll see you next time.